Hello again, XDA TV. Today we are here with Honor. And you are Wilkin?
Yep, I'm Wilkin.
All right. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Honor brand?
Yep, sure. So, I mean, the direct translation of Honor is actually straight from Chinese. But I mean, the whole kind of For the Brave hashtag itself is all about kind of like how consumers should be more themselves. So rather than just following everyone else, buying devices and kind of brands that are just very mainstream, it's all about just being yourself, being different, and kind of like believing in yourself over that.
Okay. And Honor is it's a spin-off of Huawei as the main brand, right?
Yeah, so I mean, in a spin-off sense, I would say we're actually a startup of Huawei, which is actually giving us a lot of benefit. So obviously we've got all the kind of 4G technologies built in and access to kind of emotion UI and all the extra layers and features that we're giving consumers. But we're actually doing that because we only sell online, and that's a business model for Honor.
Right.
So like for instance, in Europe and in the UK, there's something called vmall.eu. And this is where we're actually running a lot of flash deals and where consumers have access to our devices directly. And the benefits of actually selling online is that we can reduce the kind of pricing to consumers.
Okay.
So an example would be for like the Honor 7, which is £249, but in that you're getting a 2.2 octa-core chipset, 20 megapixel camera, 3 gigs of RAM, like a lot of power, a lot of features added in to a device that's only £250.
Okay. And so far the marketing has primarily been targeted at the EU, correct?
So it's in EU and Europe, and China even, sorry.
Okay.
And and predominantly that we're actually targeting towards digital natives that we call them.
Right.
So guys who really spend a lot of their time online. So spending a third of the time like shopping online, social media, or just generally browsing the web.
Right.
So.
Okay. Is there a potential for expansion into the other territories eventually?
Yeah, of course. And
into the US?
Yep, yeah. That is plans for expansion there as well. And obviously, as a consumer brand, we're actually quite led by the fans as well. So where we can see there's a lot of kind of fan engagement and the need for our products and our brand, then that's where we'll be. We're here to cater for the digital natives.
Very cool. And so you've got several devices on the market at this point, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, what are those devices? Just so we can look it up in the case.
Yep, sure. So we've got the Honor 4X, which is kind of one of our kind of leading devices for people to start off with. So in the UK in particular, is £145. But for that, you're getting a 4.5-inch HD display. Again, it's an octa-core chipset, 13 megapixel camera on the rear, and you've got 5 megapixel camera on the front. So another cool one we have is the Honor 6 Plus. So for instance, this one. So again, this one's a 5.5-inch full HD display. On the back is really cool. So we've got two 8 megapixel cameras, which actually amalgamate to make a 13 megapixel picture. But the other cool feature is that you can actually do something called wide aperture. So you know cameras, Jordan. So in terms of f-stop, on the Honor 6 Plus, it can actually go all the way to an f0.95 all the way to an f16 and a 300-pound device.
Wow. You said 0.9.
f0.95.
Right. That's 0.95.
Indeed.
Ridiculous.
And it's got 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs on board, like I said, octa-core chipset, and even the front-facing camera itself is 8 megapixels.
And this is the Honor 6 Plus?
This is a 6 Plus.
Okay.
But the most recent device we've actually launched is the Honor 7.
Okay.
So in the UK, it's only £250.
Big pockets.
Indeed. No, it's because I would say actually it's the cameras that are doing it for me now. Right. So on the Honor 7, £250, we've got is a fingerprint sensor, but on the back you've actually got a 20 megapixel camera. So then for my Instagram, I'm actually using the Honor 7 for landscape shots, but then I'm using all the kind of macro and kind of like foodie shots on my 6 Plus for the wide aperture settings, where I can really create these bokeh effects. That's where you want to get the details in landscapes. I'm using a 20 megapixel on the Honor 7.
Right.
But even on this, you've got the fingerprint sensor, which is really cool. So just straight away, it loads up.
Just tap the back. Okay.
What you can also do is if you scroll down, you're actually using the fingerprint sensor to do additional features. So in fact, I can actually scroll down now and clear my notifications. And that's very cool.
And you didn't have to put your fingers on the screen at all for that.
Nope. And we've also got a smart key. So I use Twitter a lot. So actually one press of the smart key on the side there, I'll show you in the Twitter. Double press.
And those are programmable to...
Yep, to whatever you like. So if you're hooked on email or various other apps, then it can go straight in there.
Okay. Very, very
so that's
cool.
the Honor 7.
All right. Well, are there any last words you have? Anything else you'd like to say about the Honor brand?
No, just that we just want to say thank you to all the fans more than anything. And it's actually on Wednesday, so the 28th of October, we had our 1-year anniversary, where we actually worked with fans to actually bring them to Berlin to actually have a party with us. And just a big thank you to all the fans actually really engage with us as a brand, and we'd like to hear more from you. So like follow us on Twitter, Facebook. It's amazing. Thank you.
Okay, I'll put a link down in the video description to where you can find out more information about that. Wilkin, thank you very much for your time. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks to you guys for watching. Remember, thumbs up below this video if you like this video. Subscribe to receive more when they become available. We'll see you again next time. Bye, guys.